Let's talk about 5 things you can do to stop getting thrown or tossed or swept in sparring. In case you missed the big news, I'm launching a new course called Takedown. It's going to be another strike ready course. We have the defense, we have the assault. Now we're moving into how to toss your opponent. But before we get to that, I want you guys understanding what we're talking about today, how to stop getting thrown. And then you can take the course and you can go, oh, now I'm going to learn how to start tossing people. It is a great feeling, a great way to be so dominant over a sparring partner, but not really hurt them. And if for some reason you guys have not already got my defense course, which was just like so much fantastic feedback, there's about 2 days left to grab it, $50 off. You can find the link down below and also a link to the waitlist so that when Takedown is launched, you are notified right away, plus you'll get early bird pricing. So let's start and let's talk about 5 adjustments you can make to stop getting thrown so much in sparring. Number 1, our stance. Whether we're checking or we're standing, when we start getting very narrow, it is very easy for somebody to pick that leg out, either with a sweep or a kick, and we fall, or they crowd the distance, right? If we're up like this and our check's not out wide enough, they crowd the distance, they get a hand right in our chest, and they just launch us with sort of like a scissor kick right through. What we can do to correct this is make sure our check does not come right up the middle, it comes a little bit wider. So now when they step in and they try and jam us, this just gets hit and we're so strong, so stable. Same thing when we're in our stance. This is fine. This is very hard to get knocked over. This is not fine. If you are going to take this type of stance, you want to be going very mobile and not letting somebody hit you, because the moment you get hit, that foot gets knocked out. You're going to be going time and time again when you're getting up. Oh, why? Why do I keep getting thrown? Well, widen the stance, widen your check, and you will solve that problem. The next reason you might be getting thrown is you're not being unpredictable enough with your attacks. So if I'm in front of somebody and they throw a front kick, they land the first one, they throw another front kick, and maybe I kind of block it. By the time they get to the 3rd one in a row, I'm gonna have caught it, pulled it to the side, and dumped them down. If a front kick though is your favorite technique and you don't want to pull back too much on throwing it, you want to make sure that you disguise it with other things. So I throw my front kick, I fake my front kick, I jab, I come back to my front kick. Again, I come off the other side, I fake, I come back to my front kick, instead of just hitting the same technique over and over until somebody just wises up, catches it, and throws you down. Stay unpredictable. Don't throw the same technique 2-3 times in a row, always something in between to make them think. Now, one of the most common ways to get tossed, especially in Muay Thai, is throwing a round kick, having somebody catch a round kick, and then they find some way, there are so many ways, but they find one of the 6-7 possibilities to throw you down. You have an easy way, after getting your kick caught, to stop them. So simple, but so few people actually do it. You throw your round kick. When the leg is straight, they have easy access to move forward. Once you get it bent, now there's a frame between the two of you. So when they enter to do anything, they're going to get stopped very quick. So as soon as I get my kick caught, I want to frame. Now I do this by either increasing my pivot or by jumping forward. And now from there, I have this frame. I'm leaning back slightly. If they go to rush forward, I just push them. And I've been on the receiving end of catching somebody's kick, going, I'm gonna sweep you. And then they hit me with that frame and I fall down. This is a very important thing to get good at. So as you practice in your shadow boxing, you can do this. You can do it midair. Just be like, oh, my kick got caught, frame. And you make sure your pivot is maxed out and your knee, maybe it was higher than your foot before, but now it drops below. An easy way to stop yourself from getting thrown when somebody catches your round kick. Now, when we talk about engaging in the clinch, I find that I can throw people very easy when they don't move their feet. If the head leaves the hips, if it goes over to the side, that's simply because they didn't step with their feet. If you can keep your head over top your hips and somebody goes to toss you, drag you, and you just end up replacing your feet under your hips every time, you're going to be so stable. And whenever I did clinch with people, they would always say at the end, man, you're hard to throw. And I would go, well, it's all just because I'm moving my feet. I'm not committing to, oh, I'm in the clinch and my legs are locked in and I'm going, oh, you can't move me. I'm like a tree in the ground. No, I'm going to be moved. I'm okay with that. And I'm going to step. But as soon as you decide to stand your ground, then the person drags you and you're going completely over. That's a terrible way to get thrown, and it's easily corrected with the tips I just gave you. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about, again from inside the clinch, and I'm actually going to have a full free tutorial on beginner clinch coming within the next week, I believe. We're working away on it, but I think we're about a week away from launching. You're going to be able to go in and go, look at 2 lessons. It's going to tell me everything I need, and you can start developing your clinch game. But for the moment, because we're talking about throws, 2 things I don't want to do. I don't want to let my head get pulled forward. So if somebody's battling in and they get 2 hands or even 1 and they start pulling on the back of my head and I can get down here, I can get dragged to there, I'm going to be so easy to throw and easy to knee in the face. So we want to maintain from the outside a tucked chin, from the inside a high chin, a strong upper back, a strong neck. So now when I get pulled, I move my feet, but my head doesn't collapse. Once my head gets collapsed, now from here, it's hard for me to keep up with my head. It's too far away. So keeping that really high is a great way to stop from getting tossed. In addition, learning to battle those arms through, swimming the arms through so we get back to the dominant position is so important to stop yourself from getting tossed, because as you can see here with Bob, if I have no hands, I can get pulled any direction. But when I have one hand on the back of their head, as they go to pull me, I can frame my forearm against their body. And if they go to pull, I can use them to almost stop me to a certain extent. But having somebody battle to the inside, and now my hands are kind of out here, when they go to pull me, I'm not going to do well. So head strong, battling one arm through so we have some sort of support system is going to help you so much. So there are 5 ways to stop yourself from getting thrown in sparring. These are all going to lead very nicely into the course which is coming up, because we're going to be focusing on sweeps, we're going to be focusing on throws, we're going to be focusing on how you can train these so you actually, okay, yes, I understand the technique, but now I understand how to train so I can start executing them. We're going to have some advanced throws and sweeps. And in addition, we're going to have a section where much more advanced than we did today, but how to stop getting thrown on another level. This was just introduction level stuff. So if you're excited about that, make sure you guys join the waitlist for Takedown. And of course, there's only a few days left for that $50 off on my defense course. Jump on that, because defense is so important and very undertrained. That's all, guys. I will see you back here very soon.